it's Nancy with Nancy's Nibbles of Life, and I'm here to bring you another video. So I'm so excited to be back here today because if you watch my last video, I said that I would start a new series where I will be making recipes from the Weight Watchers Simply 5 cookbook. And I'm here to do that again today. But before I talk about the recipe and the cookbook, will you take a moment to subscribe to my channel? I'm trying to grow the channel, and I know that there are a lot of you Weight Watchers out there who would appreciate the content. So why not subscribe, get to know me a little better, so that I can bring you some fun recipes that you might incorporate into your day-to-day life. So also leave me a like and a comment at the end of the video. I'd love to get to know you a little better. Okay, so now, on to today's recipe. I'm making something, like I said, out of the Simply 5 cookbook that is a fun recipe because it's summer. You could take this recipe to whatever barbecues you have left this year. It could be a weeknight dinner, whatever you choose. So let's get into it. Okay, so the recipe that I'm making today is the peas with crispy prosciutto. Doesn't that sound good? Who doesn't like ham or prosciutto, which is an Italian ham? Look at that recipe. Doesn't that look good? So the ingredients for this recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of olive oil divided, 2 slices of prosciutto trimmed and torn, 1 large shallot, but I'm going to use onion because I don't have shallot. I couldn't find it at the grocery store yesterday. So frozen peas, water, salt, pepper, and some mint. So I have gone to my trusty Trader Joe's and found most of the ingredients with the exception of the shallot. So here's my prosciutto, and here is some organic mint, and of course I have my peas in the freezer because it calls for frozen peas. And I'm going to add a twist to this ingredient, to this recipe, and use a soft boiled egg. So like maybe many of you, I stay up late watching YouTube videos, and one of the things that I have been kind of hooked on lately are ramen videos. I freaking love ramen. But man, even the instant ramen that you buy at the grocery stores, it's like, you know, up to 20 points for the instant packet. You could half those noodles and make it 10. But what's the point? You know, if you're going to eat a bowl of ramen, you want the real thing, and that can be kind of point heavy, and so you should only probably have it, you know, occasionally. But that egg, since it's 0 points on Weight Watchers, you could have any time. So today I'm going to boil a soft boiled egg and put it in the recipe because I think that that is going to be really good with the ham. But that is just, you know, something that I'm going to add on. You don't need that. So let's get into the recipe. I am going to cut this onion up and tear the prosciutto up into the slices and go from there. So let's go. Okay, so the recipe calls for 2 half-ounce slices of the prosciutto. So I am going to weigh each of these slices and see how many ounces they are, just to ensure that we follow along with the recipe, because of course the points for the recipe, by the way, I didn't mention that to you. This recipe calls for, I'm sorry, it doesn't call. It says that for those of us that are on the green plan, it's 4 points. For those of us that are on the blue plan, which I'm on, it's 2 points. And for those that are on the purple plan, it's also 2 points. And that this recipe serves 4. Okay, so 2 half-ounce slices of prosciutto. So let's weigh it and see and make sure that I have that, because that's one of the ways I get tripped up when I do recipes, is that I will eyeball it and think that I have it right, and most times I don't. So okay, let's see how much these slices weigh. Okay, I've turned the scale on. I've put it in the ounce mode. Wow, a half-ounce. So half-ounce for one slice. I'm going to assume it's also a half-ounce for this second. Yep. So each slice from the Trader Joe's package of prosciutto is a half-ounce. All right, let's continue on. guys, so the recipe says allow those peas to cook through about 4 minutes and let that water evaporate. Now, I wonder if, because I use frozen peas, it's taking the temperature. No, it says frozen peas, so I guess I'm okay. But it says allow that water to evaporate a little bit and reduce heat and simmer for about 4 minutes. So while we're doing that, as you saw, I went ahead and entered my my eggs in the boiling water. This is the recipe for the creamy egg yolk that I want to go into the peas. It's essentially bring the water up to boil and then carefully lay your eggs in the water. Wait for 5 minutes, set a timer, and then immediately take the eggs out and put them in an ice bowl. So I'm going to do that next. Okay guys, so I just took the peas out of the skillet. I was a little concerned because the water didn't drain, but the peas were becoming discolored and shrinking on me, so I didn't want that to happen because I like a snap pea, or you know, that has just a little bit of bite to it. I don't know about you, but I don't like really mushy peas. So I took it off of the heat and removed those peas, and I guess it's okay that a little water was in there, but I tried to scoop in some flavor from that water. As you saw, that water was really seasoned with salt and pepper. So now guys, this mint smells so good. All right, I'm going to rinse this mint and cut it a little bit and throw it into the peas. They said to fold it into the peas. And then we're going to take that crispy prosciutto that I made. Look at that. I'll take a little bite. See how crispy it is. Oh my Lord. That's delicious. Okay guys, before I plate it up, I want you to get a close-up of these peas with crispy prosciutto. Look how delicious that looks. And you know what? This would be perfect for spring. I know spring is some ways away, but wouldn't that be good with your Easter ham? All right. And I have my egg ready to go. You saw that shell came easily off. I'm going to plate it with the egg now and give it a taste and let you know how it is. Okay guys, I am ready to give this a taste, but before I do, let's open this egg and see the magic of that yolk. Oh yeah. That's what I was looking for. Oh my goodness, that looks delicious. All right, I'm ready to give that a try. Okay guys, here is the part I've been waiting for, the taste test. We're going to have the peas with crispy prosciutto from the Simply 5 Weight Watchers cookbook, and I'm so excited. Let's go. That's really good. I got a bite with that crispy ham and a piece of fresh mint. Those shallots are really good. And like I said, I'm gonna take and do my twist. I know some people don't like eggs, especially the runny part. But that's good. It's like bacon and eggs. Well guys, like I said, this would be a great recipe for springtime to add to your ham and your bread rolls and whatever you usually put out for your Easter dinner. But it's also a great recipe for a side dish for a busy dinner during the week. That didn't take very long at all. Most of these ingredients you have right at home. If not, you can substitute. You saw that I didn't have a shallot, so I just used an egg. And you don't have to, I used an onion, not an egg. I didn't have a shallot, so I used an onion. You don't have to add the egg, which is what I was thinking, but you know, if you want to add a little twist to yours, you can use whatever you like. It's your recipe. But that's gonna do it for me guys. So again, it's Nancy with Nancy's Nibbles of Life, bringing you another Simply 5 recipe from the Weight Watchers cookbook, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Like and subscribe.